again. I'm looking through some CDs. Right, Shadows Fall. This came out 2003. Right, Creator, Past Life Trauma. It's got a date there in Roman numerals, 2 dates. So this is like a best of their catalogue from those dates kind of thing. So obviously most Creator stuff is awesome, so it's bound to be full of great tracks. Right, it's a band called Greenfly. It's called Hidden Pleasures of a Non-Existent Reality. I don't know why it made me laugh. But yeah, I don't remember them being particularly memorable at all. They were kind of like I don't know, a bit modern metal maybe. This one, I can't remember. Glucom Synod. Uxuloni is the name of the release. I'm guessing Polish. I don't know if they were grind, maybe. Being Polish, I'd guess grind, but don't quote me on it. Oh, yeah. Is this the split? Yeah, this is a split with... let me show you this side first. Right, unreadable logo on this side. Oh, is it upside down? I might even be holding it upside down. Yeah, it's like a ball with a ring for its nose. Like, that's what it looks like to me. The picture. And Mind... And on the other side, Running Guts. I believe this band is called Running Guts. It's some kind of sadomasochistic weirdness going on the front cover there. Yeah, let me open up let's have a look inside and see if I can work out what the bands are called. Running Guts and Mind Flare are the names of the bands. Yeah, obviously, if any of you out there have heard of either of those bands, I'll be very surprised. So Mind Flare appear to be from France. So Running Guts are from France. Mind Flare are from Germany. I'm guessing some nasty grinding death metal kind of stuff. Right, Captor. These were kind of like a heavy, groovy kind of thrash, but moderny of that period kind of thing. Not terrible, but not 100% my cup of tea. Disbelief, Infected. I think middle of the road, not that interesting from my own personal standpoint. Dordheimsgard. These were like a industrial black metal band at this time, I believe. This album's called 666 International. Yeah. Crawl Humanity, Perdition, Evil English Black Metal is what it says on this. This is obviously a self-released demo CD. Ebony Lake, On the Eve of the Grimly Inventive. I really gave this a good review on my fanzine. I remember, I think I gave it a 10 out of 10. I was bigging it up massively, saying they're going to next big thing. They're going to be, you know, the next Cradle of Filth, because it was on Cacophanous Records as well. I said, these guys are going to be the next Cradle of Filth. And as usual with me, one word of positivity from me, and it all went tits up. I am a disaster for bands. If I like a band, they will go to pot. If I hate a band, they will fucking have... you know, all fame and whatever. Right, this is a Volst Spanish death metal. Please don't report the tits. Stab Wound Orgasm. There you go. Right, Amorphis Tuanella. Yeah, another one of those bands. Started out good. The first album wasn't that great, if I recall. It's just a bog standard death metal, nothing to be right home about. Then they brought out the Towers of a Thousand Lakes, where they brought in the keyboards, really cool melodic-y death metal. And then they went, oh, let's put a lot of gothic crap in there. And yeah, then they became melodic gothic crap, basically. I don't know what band this is. Got the track list there at least. Oh yeah, Resurrected. I had a feeling I should know it as well. Pretty good actually, pretty good death metal. I quite like Resurrected. I think I've played these a couple of times on my fanzine. I was getting them mixed up with another band, Resurrected, because there was one band that I got around the same time. They had a track called That Cunt's Name Is Heather, or something like that. Something really sort of... And I always used to think it was Resurrected, but I know it's not. I think it was the other band I got at the same time, but I can't remember what they're called now. I'll probably find it in a minute. Right, Ancient Ceremony, Fallen Angel Symphony. Your gothic-y, doomy death stuff. Not too bad. I don't think it was... Right, Catamenia, Morning Crimson... Black metal, pretty decent. Once again, ignore the nipplage. Right, this is a split by the looks of it. Decade and Hexagram. Right, Decade are Portugal's finest black metal export. Some people might say Moonspell, but Moonspell are gothic metal nowadays, whereas Decade, as far as I'm aware, have stuck to their guns, since day one. I did an interview them way back with JA, and he's a cool geezer, I liked him. Didn't take no shit, and he was fun. Around about that time, I think we'd knocked out of Europe in some football competition by Portugal, and I was like, I made some, jokey comment, and now we fucking kicked your asses or something like that. He was like, no bollocks. He was just like, said it like it was. Right, Noct Abductor, let's say it properly, and Gottereket Finsternis. Finsternis. Gottverrecht Finsternis. Definitely some black metal going on there. I think you'll agree. Right, Krabofor, Orthodox. I believe Czech Republic death metal. I think they were Czech rep. Pretty sure they were Czech rep. I think that's the band that we went up to. Me and my mate drove up from London to Birmingham once to see them play. And the gig was fucking cool off when we got there. Right, Flesh Grind, The Seeds of Abysmal Torment. Yeah, with a name like that, they're death metal. Right, Dimmelborgia, bit of black metal for you. Godless Savage Garden. Rotten Sound, Drain. This is Finnish grind, if memory serves me correctly. Waylander. This is a band from Ireland, folk metal band. It's sort of like folky thrash. I've known them since their early demo days, and I just brought out, I think, about their fourth or fifth album. Doing a few gigs. Yeah, a really cool band, Waylander. If you get a chance to see them play, then do so. Right, Nocturnus. This is a bit of a strange one for them. They started off like good death metal. I think they're still death on this one, but I think they had lineup changes and stuff like that. This one's called Ethereal Tomb. They ended up having two lineups, didn't they? Nocturnus, and then one of the original members from Nocturnus come back with, was it A, B, C, D or something? I can't remember the name of the band when they came back. I think they had like After Dawn or something like that. It was like basically, yeah, anyway, whatever. Look it up yourself. Right, this is a band from Guernsey in the Channel Islands. A doom death metal band called Earth Corpse. This release is called 2000. They were pretty decent. I reviewed them in my fanzine once, interviewed them. Right, Lock Up, Pleasures, Paved Sewers. Bit of a death metal supergroup, if I recall. Got, what's his... the drummer guy from Nick Barker, I think his name is, Nick Barker. Right, Cryptopsy, Canadian death metal. Back when they were good. They've gone kind of deathcore now. Right, Christ Agony. I'm not sure, Polish, Czech Republic, something like that. Really cool black metal-y kind of stuff. That was a really good release, that one. I enjoyed that. Right, Bao Sagoth, The Power Cosmic. UK black metal. By this point, I think they'd become a parody of themselves, to be honest, with the long song titles and the poetry kind of stuff going on in the middle of the songs. And I was kind of getting a little bit not so into them as I was when I first came out. Their first album I thought was really good, but then they seemed to get more, I don't know, I'd say daft. To me it was daft what they were doing, but whatever. Right, Brutal Truth, Sounds of the Animal Kingdom, Grind, Benediction, Grind Bastard. Nice death metal, old school UK death metal. Arch Enemy, I think they had a bloke singing on this one, I'm not too sure. Wages of Sin from 2002. Is that back when they still had a guy singer? I'm not too sure. Engraved, promo CD 2007. Right, Motorhead, Everything Louder Than Everything Else. It's a compilation, I think it was. I'm not sure, was it an album or was it a compilation? I'm not too sure now. Right, Old Man's Child. Is it Revelation 666, The Curse of Damnation was the name of that CD. Disinter, Welcome to Oblivion. I put a track of this on YouTube and it got took down eventually. Go Away and Rot, is it on this one? No, it must be on their other album. Yeah, there's a really cool track of theirs on one of their albums called Go Away and Rot, but it must be on the other one. Satyricon, Nemesis Divina, black metal, of course. It looks like black metal. Hasterot, or Fayostrover. Oh, Gehenna. It's Gehenna. That writing on there, I don't know if that's the title of it or what, but it's Gehenna anyway. The black metal Gehenna, not the thrash Gehenna. Right, Solitary, I think these guys are still going. They're a UK thrash band. They was a little bit too modern-y for my tastes. Weren't old school thrash enough for me. Or either that, or I don't know, maybe I was going off old school thrash and I just, at that time, I'm not too sure really, but I didn't, I think they played at my club I put on, and I saw them live a couple of times, but it just never quite had it for me. Right, this is a sick compilation. Flesh Feast, Mass Murder, Somber Blessings, Umbilical Strangulation, Church Burner, Intestine, Hemdale, Dream Upon Tombs, The Secret Life, Sovereign State, Sprite, is that? Oh, Spine, sorry. Decayed Divinity, Decomposing Serenity, Zazarzora, Dismembered Fetus, and Unholy Death. So basically all the loving bands, all the bands who sing about love and nature on that album. Right, Crisis, some lady called Karen Crisis on this. Didn't like her vocal warblings, to be honest. She's kind of like a screamy, shouty kind of thing. It was like, yeah, it's not really doing me anything. Pain God, I think these were industrial stuff. Yeah, nothing that I liked particularly. Right, Conqueror of the Ibex Moon, Volume 1, another compilation. Can I be bothered to read the bloody bands? No. Do you care? Not really. Probably not. If you can see that and you want to pause it, yeah, you probably don't. It's stuff from Conquer Records and Ibex Records. Fauna Fire on there. Okay, that's interesting. It's a band I've seen live. In a Chilean band, played in London. If it's the same Fauna Fire. Right, Hypocrisy, Wacken Hypocrisy Destroys Wacken. There you go. So it's a live release. Scattered Remnants, Destined to Fail. A American death metal band, if I recall. And pretty good. I quite like these, actually. Got some good stuff on that release. Impaled Nazarene, Po Patria Finlandia. I think this was a decent Impaled Nazarene release. Is this the one? One Dead Nation, Under Dead God. Yeah, that's a cool track. I was thinking there might be another one that I know particularly well on there. No, but that's the one I remember the best anyway. One Dead Nation, Under Dead God. Right, a Cult. This was I think this is the Dutch one, isn't it? I think this is the Dutch one. They were a black metal band. Because I think there was a French one called A Cult as well, but I think this was the Dutch one. And they black metal to start off with. Then they became kind of thrash. And this is like one of their thrash releases. This is Rage to Revenge. And then I think they changed their name. What's the name of that? I know I'm going to forget. It's a 3-word name. The middle word is like of, or something like. They're quite well known. Reasonably well known, but I can't. I've seen them live. I've got a couple of their albums because I like them. And do I think I can remember their name? No, of course I can't bloody remember their name. Right, something of something. Not Fear. I don't know what I can think of now as Fear to a Tragedy, which is a completely different band. It's not them. Oh, fuck it, I can't remember their name now. Well, anyway, this is Dominus, the first 9. These were good. The first 2 albums of this band were good. View to a Dim was the first album, then it was this one, then it became Death and Roll. I've mentioned them before in a previous video, and I think eventually at least one of the guys from this created Volbeat, which as far as I know is a pile of cack. Not really listened to it, and I have no intention of listening to it. Right, and finally for this video we have Old Man's Child, some more black metal. This one is called In Defiance of Existence. So there you go. It took a rather while, but I actually did more on that one than I did on the last week's one. But never mind. Let's put these back while I'm just chatting. Right, so hopefully you enjoy looking at them CDs. You got any memories of anything of any of those bands, or anything you want to say about any of those bands, or you just want to call me a colossal bellend, then feel free to make a comment below. And also, as usual, the link to my podcast is below. If anyone should happen to want to listen to my podcast. The link is there. Okay? Well, I might be playing some of these bands. I might not be playing any of these bands, but whatever. Come back next week when I will go through some more of these CDs. Oh, this is taking me all night doing this.